Welcome back. On today's episode, we have some really cool vintage items, including these 1966 inflatable Beatles dolls. We have the McCoy cookie jar. We have an Elvis Presley world doll, which is really awesome. We'll unbox that later. We have some WWF photo cards from 1999. We have some Kiss stuff and a whole bunch more. Stay tuned. All right, first items up. I picked up a nice stack of vintage Van Halen postcards. Now these things are just awesome. I really love Van Halen. Eddie Van Halen definitely had an influence on me growing up. Actually, the whole band. You know, Alex Van Halen on the drums. You got David Lee Roth, which is one of the top, I don't care what anyone says, he's one of the top 3 frontmen of all time. As crazy as he is, he's just the best. I mean, as far as entertainment goes, and if you look at the old Van Halen, man, he was just outrageous as a lead singer. So you got to put him up there. And I remember the old Van Halen, so that he's definitely one of my favorite singers of all time. But I'll throw this up on the screen so you get a better look at him. So these first 4 postcards are really nice. They got the autographs in the corners. So you got Eddie Van Halen, you got Alex Van Halen, you got David Lee Roth, you got Michael Anthony over here, and you got a bunch of other nice postcards. And these are definitely vintage Van Halen postcards because it's got the original Van Halen logo on the back. And you can tell that, you know, when I look at stuff, I could tell they're old too. It's not like if they were new and they were really fresh, you'd be able to tell. These are definitely vintage, and you could definitely tell by the age. So what I'll end up doing with these, I'll probably take about half of them and shove them in my private collection. The other half I'll just sell. So I got these for like 20 bucks, and that's just insane. So anyway, I really like these, and I'm gonna add them to my collection, and there you go. All right, next item's up. We have a couple of carded Kiss Mego figures. Now these came out around 2018 or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. So I ended up picking these up at the flea market. And I typically don't pick up a lot of new Kiss stuff or a lot of new items in general, like I say, but every now and then I will. So when I'm walking around in the flea market or something like that, and they're just sitting there, you know, then I tend not to pass them up. I'll just, boom, I'll get them if they're at a good price. So these I got at a really good price. I probably won't put them in my personal collection for sure. So I'll wait a little bit and I'll put them out at the flea market and make a couple dollars off them. I'm really not going to make a ton off of them because they're not really worth a lot of money. But other than that, they're cool. And when I see Kiss stuff, I have to buy it. So especially when it's at a good price. But anyway, there's really nothing wrong with the new things. It's just, I like the old stuff, you know what I mean? That's what gets me jazzed, you know what I mean? At the end of the day. But there's definitely nothing wrong with picking up stuff like this and adding it to your own collection. I'm sure a lot of people have this kind of stuff out there. But they're really well done. I mean, they're a lot better than the action figures that they came out with. I mean, at least you have the cloth outfits and you could move their arms and bend them and stuff like that. You know, they put a little more time and detail into it, which I really appreciate. These things are just awesome. So anyway, I'll take them to the flea market and somebody else will definitely appreciate them. There you go. All right, guys, this is a brand new channel. So please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment down below, whatever it is that you want to do. But hit the little notification bell. That way you get notifications when I upload the latest content to YouTube. And if you like to rock and roll, like these guys like to rock and roll, let's get right into it. All right, next item's up. We have a really cool vintage McCoy cookie jar. Now this thing is pretty sweet. I used to see these all the time at the flea market, but not so much anymore. I don't know what's going on. Maybe the market kind of died on these things. But when I saw it, and I got it for like $20, it's pretty much the price range that I remember buying these back in the day, back in the early and mid 90s. And you could usually sell these if you had them in a little antique shop. You can get like $45, $65 for something like this. I really wouldn't put this on eBay because I'd be afraid it would break. But again, one of the things I look at when I'm buying this kind of stuff at the flea market, I just make sure, like anytime you're dealing with ceramics, you want to make sure it's not chipped up or anything like that, including the lid. So don't like get impulsive like sometimes like I do and buy stuff and then you're like, ah, crap, you know what I mean? Think about it later. So if I can, my brain's thinking right, I'll look and see if there's any damage or something like that before I buy it, because that'll definitely affect the price, even like small fractures or something like that. So always try to buy stuff in good condition. So here you can see the McCoy stamp on the bottom. So this is the real deal. So have a happy day. There you go. So let me put this over here. So next item's up. I really like these things, and I've bought and sold these Beatles dolls a whole bunch of times. So here we have exactly one half of the Beatles. You have the John Lennon and the Paul McCartney. And unfortunately, when I was at the flea market, they didn't have the Ringo Starr and they didn't have George Harrison. So there you go. I still have the songwriting duo, and that's about it. So I don't know if I'll put them on eBay. I don't even know what they're worth anymore, but I got them at a really good price, so I really had to buy them. And if not, I could always take them up to the flea market and sell them again at some point in time. So that's usually what I do. I'll buy it and I'll hold on to it for a while and I'll throw it back up at the flea market, put it in with my stuff, and it's more like rock and roll stuff related and stuff like that. And then again, like I say, you put like stuff together, it seems like they're worth a little more. So I'll do something like that maybe. Now I'm a huge Beatles fan. I just wanted to bring this up real quick because this is a really cool story. So my mom, she's probably the one that introduced me to the Beatles because she had like a lot of records. She had a stack about this big when I was growing up. Had like Hendrix in there, Janis Joplin, Beatles, Joni Mitchell, the Eagles, like stuff like that. All good music, and that's pretty much. I remember listening. You know, I'd put the headphones on with the record player. But anyway, what I was going to tell you, my mom was actually one of those screaming teenagers when the Beatles played at Shea Stadium. So that's a really cool story, and that's just amazing because that's really a part of history. She was at a historical concert, you know what I mean? And she was in her early teens. I don't remember the whole backstory how she got the tickets. Anyway, she was there. I thought that was a really cool story. I thought I'd share. And there you go. All right, next item's up. We have a couple of really cool pinback buttons, starting with this ridiculously sized Slaughter pinback button. Now, this is crazy because can you imagine just rocking your denim jacket, right? You're trying to look all cool. You're going to go out. You're going to go to the mall. You're going to meet your friends. You're going to try to meet some girls or something like that. And all of a sudden, you got this huge pin. And it really doesn't matter what band's on the front. It could be any band. This thing just looks ridiculous. Why would they make a pinback button of this size? I don't know why they made this. But anyway, I thought it was pretty cool and it's pretty funny when I bought it. Not because of the band Slaughter, it was really for the size. Because I really like Slaughter. I thought they were a great band during that time frame, time period or whatever you want to call it, hair metal days or whatever. But these were one of the better bands. Mark had a really awesome voice. You have Dana Strum on bass. Dana was actually, a lot of people may or may not know this, but he helped introduce Randy Rhoads to Ozzy Osbourne. So there you go. There's some Slaughter factoids for you. You have Tim Kelly over here. You got Blas Elias on drums. Now, Blas played in the movie Rockstar with Mark Wahlberg. And I think he also played with the Blue Man Group or something like that after Slaughter. I don't know if he still does that to this day. But anyway, there you go. A cool Slaughter pin. And I'll probably just keep this for now. I just think it's funny. I love the size of it. I would love to pay my girlfriend to wear that to one of those 80s nights when she goes out. I just think it would be a pretty funny thing to do. Anyway, these next two items I picked up recently. I got these for a couple bucks. These are like Hallmark pinback buttons. I don't know how old they are, but this kind of reminds me of like Goofy Grape. I'll throw it up on the screen for you. And I really love the skull. So when I saw this, I had to have it. I love skull stuff again. You know, I got a couple skull tattoos all over me, and it's just crazy. You know, it's just what I like. I like skull stuff. Anyway, I'll throw them up on the screen so you can check them out. Some couple of cool vintage pinback buttons. There you go. All right, next item up. We have this really cool Elvis Presley limited edition world doll. And this came out in like 1984. And a funny story about this. This is years and years ago. I actually saw the doll loose at a flea market one time, and the lady was asking like 25 bucks for it. Now, I like the outfit, and I like this stance that he had with the bell bottoms and everything. You got the flames on there. It was just super awesome. I just wasn't sure about the $25 part. So I walked around, and I ended up leaving. And I went back and I saw the lady next weekend. Boom, the Elvis was gone. So I haven't seen it in many, many, many years. And all of a sudden it showed up at the flea market, this time in the original box. So I'll open it right now. I actually didn't open it since I bought it. The box is not in great shape, but that's all right. It's got everything else in it. And we'll take a look at it real quick. So it looks like it has some of the original, what's this, a World Doll book? I guess Elvis Presley by World Doll, I don't know, 1984. So I don't know if they made other ones or it's just Elvis. Oh, look at that, dude. That's insane. Look at that thing. This is awesome. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, it's got some nice Elvis photos in here. Oh yeah, I guess they made some with the different outfits. Yeah, this is really awesome. I'll take a look at this later. But yeah, it's got the original inserts and stuff like that. Man, I really like that. Now, this is another thing that came with it. First issue 1993 stamps from the post office. I guess she gave me this pack of Elvis stamps with it. So I don't know anything about these. I don't collect stamps or anything like that. I guess somebody does, but let's take a look at this doll. I guess he's kind of wedged in there, tied in there, so I'll stand him up for you. So yeah, this thing's never been off of the original package. Yeah, the mic is still sealed, everything. And yeah, he looks super clean and cool. And I like it because he's bagged up, so you know his outfit's like mint. So the original price she wanted for this was 40 bucks. And I knocked her down. I got this thing for 25 bucks, and she said, go ahead, take it. So that's exactly what I did. I'll take it. But I thought this would be cool. I don't know if I'd really want to take him out of the box, but I'd really like to display it somewhere because I just think he looks awesome. You know what I mean? I like some Elvis stuff. Like I said, I don't have too much. I have the Elvis lamp back here. I have this now, obviously. I just think this is nice. Yeah, not too much Elvis stuff. I think I have an Elvis blanket. I might have like an 8-track tape or something like that. But anyway, I thought this is really nice, and I'm definitely going to keep this for now. So there you go. All right, next item's up. Let's check it out. So originally I picked up these right here. This is a set of 1999 WWF photo cards. Now these are pretty nice, and they're getting a little bit older now. I don't think they're too rare or anything like that. But anyway, I got these. I got 5 packs of these for 15 bucks, so it's like $3 a piece. You really can't go wrong with that. Anyway, they're sealed on the original card. They're actually unpunched, and each pack comes with 2 packs on the inside. So there's 6 photo cards per pack, so you get 12. And I'd really love to open one of these just to see what photos are in there, see what wrestlers are in there. But these are nice, man. You got Stone Cold Steve Austin, you got Shawn Michaels over here, and again, it's WWF before they became WWE. So I think these are pretty cool. And again, you really can't beat them at $3 a piece. So while I was at the guy's house, of course, he whipped out a couple of more of these Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Park on VHS. Now, I bought a couple off him before, and this is the last ones he had, but he sold me these for $5 a piece. I don't know. I don't know where he gets this stuff. I don't know if it came from his own private collection, but he gets stuff at good prices, obviously, and he sells them to me for even better prices. So, I don't know. Anyway, I'll probably end up selling these because I got a couple of them already. I'm definitely going to sell these. I don't think they're worth a ton, but again, I could definitely get more than $3 a piece. And on the Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Park, I can definitely get more than $5 a piece for these. And these are really nice condition for the age. I mean, on the boxes and everything. They're really not bad, and they're definitely original. So anyway, I'll end up taking these to the flea market and making a little bit of money on them. There you go. All right, it's time for me to rock and roll. And apparently it's time for these guys to rock and roll. So if you like to rock and roll, hit the subscribe button. And if you like this kind of content and stuff like that, definitely like, share, subscribe, leave a comment down below. Anything you like to do, definitely help this channel out a great deal. This is a brand new channel, so if you want to subscribe, you can hit the little notification bell, and you'll get notifications every time I upload a new video. Now, I got some pretty cool stuff up my sleeve that I'm going to be publishing out there shortly, so you're definitely going to want to subscribe and stay tuned. But until next time, everybody stay safe. See ya.